Here with Johnny Delgado.
Yes, correct.
All right, Johnny, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Now, you're a provincial champion.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're a national champion.
Yeah.
Tell me that feeling when you realized that when the buzzer sounded.
It was a good experience. This is something that nobody can take away from me or from the team. Again, it's history, so like it just a sense of pride and like you just being grateful for the whole experience. Just really fun and again, this is something no one can take away from us and it's a good building block for our program for the future guys when they come next year and it's going to help us with the recruiting process for Coach Jay and just for the whole college, just having pride in being a varsity athlete here.
Mm-hmm. Now it's a bit different for you.
Mm-hmm.
You do redshirting your season. What was it like shadowing the players and the coaching staff?
Being a redshirt this season was a challenge and also like a blessing in a way. I got to learn from the top, in my opinion, the top point guard in the country, Yusuf Ali. Something that he doesn't know is that I watch a lot of film on him. So like a lot of our games, I'll just focus on him and like just learning how he carries himself on and off the court. Really inspired me. Even the other guys, I learned so much just from being a star in your role because we're all great players and if we really wanted to, we could go to different schools and be the guy. But we all sacrificed to come here and to get that one goal to be national champion. But it was a great experience. Learning from the guys and getting better each and every practice. And the coaching staff actually cared. I had weekly meetings with Coach Jay on what I needed to work on and little micro things to attack during the week to achieve, so I can greater my process during the season.
Now, what is the one thing on and off the court that does improve for you the most this season? And what is the one thing, we'll just say on the court, that you need to improve on this season?
Yeah, for sure. So something that I had had to work on was my ball handling ability. Like the guys here are very quick, the guards here are very tall, so like I had to work on my ball handling. Right now I'm working with Cedric Carter out in the Galaxy training, so he's helping me a lot. And throughout the season, I've been seeing improvements. My teammates have been acknowledging me on my improvement, my coaching staff. But as that being said, I still have a long way to go. And something off the court that this process helped me with is patience. Patience and gratitude. A lot of guys wish to be on my position. I know a lot of people that wish they had what I had. And it's just about changing your perspective. I could have been salty all year by not playing. But instead, I reversed it and I said, I'm going to use the best resources in the world, which is the coaching staff and the top players in the country, in my opinion, and pick the brains of Yusuf and the top guards in our team to get better mentally and and what I learned this year is going to carry on with me for the rest of my life. So it was a great experience overall.
One player that's been mentioned to you, maybe you've kind of mentioned this.
Well, like again, Yusuf, I look at him a lot, like how he carries himself off the court, on the court. I love it the way he plays. He plays with such fearless mindset, and that's something that I need to implement in my game. And I've seen the development of previous players from like NCAA programs, how they redshirted their first couple of years, they didn't play, and then eventually as they almost graduated, they became a star. And that's what I see for myself. And a lot, I look up to a lot to Yusuf. In my opinion, he's the best point guard in the country, and I learned so much from him just the way he plays and how he carries himself off the court.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is for a Seneca team that's never won a national title and had to play 3 different teams. Like, what were you kind of seeing from behind the sidelines, because they played 3 different teams.
Yeah.
Particularly Holland was one of the more experienced teams there, and Douglas was basically a Cinderella team.
Yeah.
What were you kind of seeing throughout nationals?
It was just a different taste of basketball. Those schools play completely different from the schools from the GTA, and I noticed it a lot from when I was watching the games. It was kind of a blessing in disguise playing Holland in the second round, because we basically took out the juggernaut. And then that gave us that confidence when we faced Douglas in the finals, that we can actually get this done. But overall, like the style is completely different, and the guys there are very skilled. And once you get to that level, you gotta respect everybody, because everybody's there for a reason, and they all came out of their league successfully as champions. So you gotta respect everybody. and not take nobody for granted.
Now, coming out of the OCAA East, for a long time, it was known that it was kind of said amongst casual fans that the East was like a little brother to the West.
Mm-hmm.
How does this title validate that? And with most of the guys being back next year, how scary is it to for the rest of the league next season?
We're only gonna get better, right? So I mean, our coaching staff has really emphasized on getting better this off season. Everybody bringing that extra 1% so we can improve as a team whole. I think we really made a statement being the top teams like Sheridan, Humber, even Niagara. Them hosting the provincial. So like it was great for our conference, for the East Conference, that we can play with them, and I think we're going to be a scary team for years and years to come, because this has it's going to be a building block for recruits to come in. They're going to see that we were national champions. They want to be a part of this, and it's just a blessing, and I'm just so grateful to be part of it, and it's going to be scary because, again, like you said, we're returning mostly, if not all, guys, and then we're going to get a couple key players that coach is going to bring, so we're only going to get better from here on out.
All right. Thank you so much, Johnny.
No problem. Have a good day, man.
You too. And big things are expected to come for Johnny next season as the team looks to go back to back.
That's it, man.
Thank you.
You had to do it in the closed room, right?